Hi, folks. Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Hey, we're coming here with another great podcast. Who knew we'd do it again? 1,000 plus podcasts, and we just keep going. I don't know. It's really weird that way, but we figure we put out one more. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. To see the video version of this, you can go to youtube.com/Chris Voss, hit the bell notification button, be part of a family that's the best family in the world, the family that doesn't judge you. You can be who you are, and we still love you. Kind of. It's not unconditional, but there you go. Anyway, guys, we'll see all of our stuff we're doing on all of our major groups: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all those places the crazy kids are at these days. Also go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss. You can see everything we're reading and reviewing on there and some of the great authors that we have. I think later on today, we have someone coming up from the New York Times that wrote a book that should be pretty interesting. See all of our coverage of CES 2022, which we put up, and also go see our massive group on LinkedIn, 132,000 people, and the newsletter that we've got that's just killing it every day. Anyway, guys, we've got always the best guests on the show. Today, we have two amazing co-founders on the show. Amir Kaltalk, he's the CEO and founder of the company LEXIT, and we also have on the show with us Katia Zaitsev. She's the co-founder and CBO of LEXIT.com. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. How are you?
Hi there. Oh, we're pretty great. We just got to New York, and it's always great to be in this town. It's so much energy. So yeah.
Thanks for having us. We're very excited.
And then I get the pronunciations, everyone's names right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
It's always the energy you throw at the beginning of the show, and then you're scatterbrained. Like after that, you're like, okay, what do we do now? It's the one part that goes different. So welcome to the show. I kind of already plugged the website, but give us the plugs again and stuff.
All right, great. So LEXIT.com is the next level when it comes to NFTs and DeFi. So we are a platform to create NFTs and to bring these to the masses. It's a very, very mainstream approach to make it very simple to use for everyone. So anyone who's interested in NFTs and in amazing things related to the DeFi space, visit LEXIT.com.
Mm-hmm. And let's give a foundation for those who are still catching up to what an NFT is. What is an NFT?
Well, an NFT is, in its essence, a certificate of ownership. Let's put it this way. It's been hosted on the blockchain. There are different blockchains where you can do so. And as usually, you are taking a piece of art that's currently very popular, and you are making an NFT, and which is tied to that piece of art, which could be a digital piece of art or a physical item. And then that NFT is representing that piece of art and its transaction, its value.
Awesome. So give us a little bit of background on both of you guys, your bios, if you will, and what brought you to this venture.
Yeah, ladies first.
So I've come from a competitive athletic background. I used to be a rhythmic gymnast. That's how I started, I guess, my career from a young age.
National Canadian champion.
Wow. Awesome.
So I was first for 10 years a competitive athlete, and then I went to school in U of T and also come from the corporate world. I worked in IT consulting, and so that's where I guess I grew my career. But Amir and I met in 2016 when the first thought of intellectual property on a blockchain was discussed, and it was more at that time kind of a project and R&D, let's say, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
And I was so fascinated. We kept in touch, and earlier last year, or probably the tail end of 2020, we reconnected, and we had some meetings virtually, and we thought, you know what, let's do it. Let's get this going. Crypto started to go back up, and flew straight from Mexico at the time to Switzerland, and we've been working on it ever since. So it's an exciting time.
That's awesome. And then your background, Amir?
Well, I am what you would call a lifelong nerd, a corporate hippie or something of sorts. I was like a small kid already, I don't know, with 8 or something, hacking stuff into a computer in the 80s. Yes, I'm that old. So that was how I started. My background is math and physics as a general, but I'm an entrepreneur since over a quarter century. Always been in IT, but also in media production and songwriting and sorts of things, but always somehow tied to the IT world. And LEXIT isn't my first IT project. And so I'm very excited to bring this with all the experience I can hopefully bring to the table, bring it to the right place.
All right. So tell us more about LEXIT, what you guys do or what you guys are hoping to do in the marketplace. What you guys are building there?
Well, it's quite difficult nowadays, still is, to actually create NFTs or even to connect as a normal person to the NFT world, right? We try to build the best solution out there, which is going to make it very easy to actually create NFTs, tie value to it, and to bring it out there, to promote it. And on the other end of the story, to be able to easily access these and easily obtain and collect NFTs and trade NFTs. So LEXIT is all about access. It's all about lowering the barriers for everyone on both sides to participate. And if you are an artist or inventor, so anyone who is creating intellectual property, you are very welcome, because we're going to make it very easy for you to get started, hook you up, get you out there, and hopefully help you to, elevate your whatever you do.
Yeah. And just to piggyback on that, as Amir mentioned, for sure, accessibility, but also opportunity for artists, athletes, anyone that is trying to get into an industry that might be maybe too expensive or too difficult to get in. NFTs could be utilized in a way to kind of fund yourself to where you want to be. Athletes could have accessibility with their fans through NFTs, and also be able to raise money to get into the career that they want. For example, racing. It's very, very expensive to get into the racing industry, right? And there's a lot of racers depend on sponsorship, right?
All of them.
And you could be the best driver out there, but you might not have a sponsor to be able to race in the next season. So we could create NFTs for them, right? To be able to launch a collection and be able to raise that money, build a community around there, and also engage with their fans through
Add
NFTs.
utility to those NFTs, something I can do with it. So an NFT is a token, like Bitcoin, like anything out there, right? So you have it in your wallet, and what are you going to do? You can keep it, you can trade it, make some money with that, for instance, or you can use it as access, as a key to something that the creator provides. It can be anything that the creator thinks is cool, right? If you're a race driver, maybe access to the paddock, right? So like to have a really skin on skin with the whole thing, right? It could be something, for instance,
Yeah, it's really amazing what they're doing with NFTs. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff you can build into it. You can build in different things for like the people that buy them can get some sort of personal access or some sort of personal reward or something like that. And it's really an interesting environment, and people like collecting these things. And just like a collector's item, and since they're not just a picture or a graphic, since they have a value beyond that, like you say, they're pretty interesting. Now, what is a DeFi? For people that need to understand some of the terminologies and basis of this industry.
Yeah, let's break it down. DeFi stands for decentralized finance. Now, what is that? It is an attempt of many projects to, let's put it this way, bring the financial system into the future. All right, to decentralize finance, to create new ways to obtain loans, or to let people participate in benefits of whatever you do. So DeFi is a novel concept. Well, not so novel anymore, like 2 years since it really has taken off, to make many people participate on the project's goal and intention. So new ways to use your money to participate in a DeFi space and create value for yourself.
And you guys are a DeFi platform, is that correct?
Yes, we are. As a matter of fact, the only NFT platform that is going to fully utilize and unlock the potential of DeFi. So today in NFT, it's already interesting. You can buy this collectible and it somehow goes crazy in value, and you're sitting on a pile of cash, right? But we believe that is okay now, and it's interesting that all these picture collections, whatever they are, create value and access. But we believe that the future is more that those NFTs become tradable, accessible, because some of these NFTs are already in the millions of value.
Mhm.
All right, that's expensive. So if that individual were to sell that NFT, only a very wealthy person can actually buy it. So what
Mhm.
LEXIT does, you take this highly valuable, famous NFT, you bring it onto LEXIT to a launch pad, and we are going to fractionalize it in a regulatory compliant way worldwide to many people for a way lower price on it.
Oh,
Then
wow.
and the next step is even the most amazing part. Once that happened and the individuals, everyone participating has a little piece of the action, then we are opening up a liquidity pool, which is essentially an exchange. And this in the beginning, single NFT becomes a tradable asset for the masses. And that is very interesting now, right?
Wow. It's really wild what this is opening up and where this is taking place. And I guess you also help educate people, work with them, especially probably their some major players or celebrities, to help them kind of work through all the details, because it's a little complex, or at least it feels that way.
Yeah, it is complex. And think about this industry right now, NFTs, DeFi, combining it, every day there's something new to learn, right? And you have to stay on it as much as possible, because the conversations that we're having about this industry in May are totally different now. One, there's way more people, I think more people involved in the industry and understanding, but it's evolved so much, and so many people are creating such fascinating ways to incorporate this technology into either their business or their personal life as well.
So I'd like to mention, Katja just joined recently, Filey, an incredible network for empowering female founders. Maybe, and this is where she is taking part in educating this network. Maybe you can.
Yeah, because the industry is very male dominant. Right. And which is all right. But I think it's very important to get a lot more women involved in the industry. Right?
And minorities.
Yeah. And minorities. Right. And part of, my mission is to educate not only women, but everyone out there, to get more of them to involved in the industry, and also get more educated, either adapt to their current business model with whatever business that they might be owning or part of, or to themselves personally.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I know on Clubhouse, I don't know if you're familiar with the Clubhouse app.
Yeah.
I know it's huge over there, the discussion of it. I know I see a lot of women on Instagram that are my Clubhouse kind of circle.
Yeah.
They're in it. And I think it's pretty inclusive so far. At least it seems to be. It's those who are kind of really into it are getting really into it, I guess.
Yeah.
What are some of the other things that we need to know about Lexis, how you guys operate, what you do? What's the best way to onboard with you guys?
Yeah, so currently right now, we haven't launched yet. We are launching end of February, beginning of March. So the date is not announced, but stay tuned. And for you to be able to be aware of when the date is going to be announced, you either could go on our website and you could join the waitlist currently. Yeah. It's on www.lexit.com, and also follow our socials. We are very active on Twitter, Instagram, Telegram, Discord as well.
See, the main reason we haven't determined the launch date is actually that we just very recently closed a very cool NFT deal with a racing team that is fully branded with one of the top entertainment brands on the planet. Everyone knows it. We can't say it yet. We want to keep the suspense a little bit more. And once that has happened and all ramped up, Katja is going to pull the trigger.
Yeah. So right now where we're at is we are creating a campaign for our launch. We have our future NFT clients that are going to be around different industries, whether that's racing, a type of sport, music, digital art, physical, art pieces as well. And we want to showcase, we're creating NFT models for them currently, so we could showcase them to see how NFTs could really benefit in their careers. And we are timing that launch with them on a weekly basis. So we're very, very excited.
That should be a wild launch, and then you guys are going to have proof in the positive of what people can see. So the best way for people to onboard is to, for now, go on your website, check this out, order it. Of course, we have people watching our videos 10 years from now, so hopefully you should be able to access if you're watching this a year, 2 years, 3 years from now. So this is going to be pretty cool. With NFTs, let me clarify this. With NFTs. If you own art, music, film, videos, patents, or technical inventions, you can use these for these launches. I mean, what are some of the ways you're seeing people use NFTs?
Experiences.
For instance, yeah.
Experiences could be as well, right? It's, yes, of course, you can monetize on art and your music, which is great, but also
you can sell songs directly as an NFT.
But
Kings of Leon did that. Kings of Leon just recently, huge sale.
Concert tickets. It really depends, but I think the going towards the experiences side is becoming very, very common right now. If you're going to a Formula One, for example, you could have an NFT as you could launch an NFT for, having almost the trip included. It could be a ticket included and, kind of an after party, an event, so to say, but you could package it into so many different ways that digital ticket will be your access point for that event.
Yeah.
So that is going to be one of our, we're going to have a NFT launch with that as well, that we're going to offer for our users.
Yeah. And I'd like to shed some more light on the inventors, that these
Very
guys
important.
are really dear to my heart because it's so hard if you are creating something, some technical invention, and if you are not really well connected, you will have a hard time to even have to, for instance, patent it. But if you, for instance, patent your invention, right, this is just the very first small step. It's very hard, to go then to a big corporation and try to convince those people to license your patent. They're going to listen to you. They're going to ask you a lot of questions, and at the same time, going to try to find a way around your patent if it's a great idea. So, and we want to. This is dear to my heart. Want to help these guys, and what you can do on LEXIT is this: you have your patent. We turn it into this NFT, as I explained. And then into all those fractions and in the liquidity pools. And you as an inventor can now say, okay, the rule is, you can just say that, right? Anyone who has 51% of these fractions gets an exclusive license to my patent. And now if it's something hard, really, say, for instance, some super invention for smartphones, you can imagine what's going to happen. Samsung, Apple, Google, they're going to try to buy these charts. And what's going to happen? The value of these is going to increase and the inventor is benefiting. This is how this would work.
And I think it's important to note that the way LEXIT started was Amir had code that he wanted to sell, and there was no viable option or that one you could evaluate the price of it.
No.
Correct?
No.
And where to do it. So that's how LEXIT was actually founded.
Exactly. Bring in intellectual property onto the blockchain and make it accessible. Yes.
This is pretty amazing stuff, guys. I mean, it's just so many things you can do. I remember when there was the one band that they sold one record of, and like that, the only one person could buy the one record, and they spent like I think $2 million on it. I forget, I think it was a rapper or a thing. And so this would be a way to do that. I know a lot of bands and musicians do like meet and greets at a concert where you pay extra and you can go backstage, you can meet and greet the band and take pictures with them and stuff. This would be a great way to do that. There's just like endless possibilities of what you can do with this thing.
The beauty, just may I say this, the beauty is just like that NFT is immutable. It's like impossible to hack. If you can hack the blockchain, you can hack any bank in the world currently. You know what I mean? So it's impossible. So it's an absolute true certificate of that access or that value it provides. And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. Just watching all the people who've done so many different things with it and just seeing it expand, the ideas that are really behind it are really important. Now, you guys have your own token?
Yep, we do.
LexiCoin.
LEXI, LexiCoin. Well, we had, like in last May, the initial fundraiser, which is a so-called IDO, initial DEX offering. We did it on bscpad.com, which is a very, very successful pad to do such a launch. It was sold out in 42 seconds, 5 times oversubscribed. It was really great and enabled many, many things we do now to be able to afford the great people we're working with to make this platform a great, great piece of technology.
That is freaking awesome, man. Awesome. Can people still buy into it and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. It's currently very low capped. So we didn't do anything for it because we thought, it's going to be used on the platform and then it's going to pick up. So we just let it out there. It's traded currently on bitmart.com. It's a New York exchange, and on pancakeswap.finance. You can find it there. If you want more info about it and more details, just go to LEXIT.com and check it out.
And you guys help people, create these things with regulatory compliance. How does that
Yes.
work? I didn't even know there was an oversight body, or is that part of the FCC or something, or how's that work? Or
I mean, yeah. See, you have to be really careful when you are defining your tokenomics, the way your token and the way these NFTs operate in a financial and / legal way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the model we developed, and we started thinking about it already in 2016. So LEXIT is not just a one overnight thing here. There's a lot of R&D that went into it, right? And so the way we are structuring the entire platform and the way these NFTs are being fractionalized and the way they're going to be then accessible is going to be in full compliance, because most crypto projects, and they're incorporated somewhere with zero regulation, and they do all kind of shenanigans. But see, we believe that we have to be super in compliance with everything. Even if we're not asked to do so, we believe it's important, because we want to build a sustainable platform that in the future to come, when regulations are getting tied up and there are clear rules, and that day will come, that we are ready, that we don't have to completely overhaul and change the way our platform works.
Yeah. And I want to add to that. So as we do want to stay ahead of the curve, what we're offering on our platform is anyone who wants to create an NFT or purchase an NFT, you have to go through a KYC process, know your customer. And
identity check.
Yes,
like
identity check,
account.
yes, to make sure that what you're about to NFT is actually yours, right? And you are a real person. We want to be in front of that, because we do want to work with many individuals, brands, labels, etc. And for that to happen, we need to stay ahead of that and be very compliant.
Yeah. There's a lot of different dicey stuff that goes
legit.
on.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Does
the SEC oversee this for investment compliance? Is that?
Yeah. If you were an American company and you were to issue a token, you definitely are going to raise the interest at the SEC. You do. We're not a U.S. entity. We are a BVI / Swiss operation. So we can do stuff. But the way we do it is as if we were a U.S. entity. See, that's the thing, because the United States of America, in the market here, you cannot ignore that. The technology being developed here is shaping the world, literally. And so we believe that our approach is to be compliant everywhere.
That's awesome. So anybody can in the future, when you guys open, they can sign up now to get on the wait list, and then when you guys open, they can talk to you about onboarding, getting everything on your guys' launch pad and everything else. What other stuff do we need to tell people or entice people with to get them to go to your website and find out more about you?
Katya knows best.
Yeah, well, there's many reasons why. One, because we are going mainstream. It's going to be the easiest platform to be able to create a profile, an NFT. You can create an NFT in under 10 minutes on our platform.
That's ideal.
Yeah. So
I mean, if you have your
gap.
copyright your pictures prepared, of course.
You know what your bio is. Let me say this. If you know all your information, you have it all handy, and you're ready to submit it, it will take you under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
And there's a lot of very exciting NFTs that we have that are partnered with. We have great NFT clients that are athletes, musicians, very talented artists that are going to be launching kick-ass NFTs with us. And they're going to be for our launch. And I would sign up now. We're going to have a rewards offering and high incentives for people for the early birds. So not announced yet, but it will be for sure. There's going to be some LEXIT coin, maybe a chance to win a free NFT, etc. That's going to be all coming. But once the campaign starts, it's going to be really exciting. There's going to be a lot of benefits to users to join, also to have accessibility to a lot of these NFT clients that we are partnered with, that they can be a part of their journey as well.
This is going to be really cool because, I mean, it's just not selling collectibles. I mean, there's all sorts of branding intertwines you can do. I'm seeing big brands starting to get really interested in this. Some of the big platform social media companies are talking about building stuff. It's going to be really interesting. But yeah, there really needs to be like a place you can go where it's very simple and easy. It kind of helps you with the maybe stuff you don't know, or maybe pitfalls like, regulatory stuff that you would need to know about, so you don't fall down those holes. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
And see, right now also there's large problem or gap, I would say, that there's many talented creators, athletes, musicians that really want to get into NFTs, but they don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Right. So what we're doing right now, especially with our current NFT clients and anyone that would like to be a part of our LEXIT team and LEXIT launch, we are walking them through the process from beginning to end, how to educate them on what an NFT is, brainstorm what they should NFT based on their goals, whether they want to interact with their fan base or build revenue, build following, or get into a new field. We provide that offering, that service for free for them to be able to, bridge that gap and launch with LEXIT and get into the NFT space.
That's awesome, guys. This has been pretty insightful. Anything else you want to touch on before we go out?
Well, all I can tell you is if you are a creator right now, you should get in touch with us because we are making sure that you are not being taken advantage of. Look, right now, anyone can just take photos of a famous person, make NFTs out of them anonymously on all those platforms out there, no names here, and just sell it and make quite a lot of money, right? So there's a huge potential of being exploited with your art. We will not allow that. So if you go to LEXIT, we will check who you are. And in case there is a breach, there is someone using copyrights of someone else, then there is a paper trail, so to say. And we make sure that the rightful owner gets his what belongs.
What belongs to
We used to have to do we used to have to do this with a modeling agency back in the day, an actor agency, where every now and then somebody would be used in a commercial, or so they get picked up in the background somehow. One time it was like a news channel that was doing a spot on a corner, and someone walked through the background, and they were using it as an advertising promotion spot, and so we had send them the C&D letters, cease and desist. And they sent some compensation. They're like, "Oops, sorry, our bad." But I think there was one famous story recently where I think it was a charity group or something put out an NFT with a bunch of faces and people's likeness, and they were really peeved, and they had to pull it back down. But this is really important too, because you're part of these is designed to not only control your identity but your IP.
This is so true.
Yeah. And I would also like to add, anyone who wants to be part of our launch and get into NFTs, please email me at nft@lexit.com.
There you guys go. There you go. Give us your .com one more time so people can find it on the website and get involved.
Yeah. Oh, give it. Okay. www.lexit.com. And you can email at nft@lexit.com.
LEXIT.
There you go. There you go. Thank you very much for both coming on the show. We certainly appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's been great.
This was amazing.
And thank you. So many people are just really learning about this stuff, and more and more we get the word out. It's going to be pretty amazing. There'll probably be some people like 10 years from now watching this video going, we know all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's the goal, right?
I'm gonna say I'm a LEXIT user in 10 years.
Yeah. Well, we had to quit putting prices in our video reviews because like 10 years, 5 years, 10 years later, people will be like, "You're stupid. The price isn't $100. It's $5 on Amazon right now." I'm like, do you see the origin date? So it's always funny. But anyway, thanks to you guys. Thanks to my audience for tuning in. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss. See everything we're reading and reviewing. Go to see the video version of this at youtube.com/Chris Voss. Also go to all the groups: LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow us all over there. Just put Chris Voss, the Chris Voss Show in, and you'll see it there. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Be good to each other. Bye-bye.